HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier officially joins the British Royal Navy as a floating base for F-35B stealth fighters. The Queen has officially welcomed the UK's new warship HMS Queen Elizabeth, its biggest ever, into the Royal Navy fleet. At 280 meters long and with an estimated half-a-century working life, the £3,100,000,000 behemoth aircraft carrier is the biggest and most powerful warship ever built by the UK. Accompanied by the Princess Royal, the Queen arrived on board the ship at Portsmouth Naval Base using a specially installed lift to bring her up to the hangar for the occasion. Wearing a purple outfit, she was led on board by the ship's commanding officer Captain Jerry Kyde. Defense Secretary Gavin Williamson also attended the commissioning ceremony, to witness the behemoth battleship being welcomed into the fleet. Asked how relevant such a ship is, Williamson said, "It is absolutely relevant. HMS Queen Elizabeth will be serving in the Royal Navy for the next 50 years. The final captain of this ship has yet to be born. We have been working, the Navy has been working, the Ministry of Defence has been working to get it ready for the last 20 years. This is a very important moment." The HMS Queen Elizabeth currently has a crew of around 700, but this will go up to 1,600 once the full complement of F-35B jets and crow's nest helicopters are embarked. Its flight deck is 280 meters long and 70 meters wide, big enough to fit 3 football pitches. Speaking aboard the ship, Admiral Sir Philip Jones said, "We have been on a long, complicated, but committed journey to get to this point, and commissioning the ship is a key milestone. I think the key thing about the Queen Elizabeth class is the range of aircraft it can carry. Fixed and rotary wing, and they can be configured for humanitarian disaster relief operations, non-combatant evacuations, and if needs be to deploy sovereign air power at the government's choose. Building aircraft carriers is not for the faint-hearted," he said. "There are very few countries who can do this around the world. So we should look at our British industry, our designers, all the skills, all the production companies around the country, the shipyards from Devon through to Fife, to the Royal Navy, who have come together to make this happen. We should be really proud as a country. This has been a national endeavour. It has just been fantastic. It is really a culmination of all our hard work." The aircraft carrier will now be the nation's flagship. It can be pressed into action for various tasks, such as high-intensity warfighting, or providing humanitarian aid and disaster relief. It will also serve as a floating military base for the F-35B stealth fighter jets, which will launch from the deck of the vessel to undertake missions. Captain Kyde added that hosting the Queen and having her step on board the ship for the ceremony was a complete honor. Petty Officer Dean Allen, the chef in charge of cooking the royal lunch, agreed, saying that making food for the Queen is an experience that cannot be beaten. After the ceremony, Her Majesty will enjoy a 3-course lunch on board a ship. "I don't think you can go bigger than feeding the Queen. It's the biggest catering moment of my career," the 37-year-old said. "The chefs are buzzing. They can't wait. They have been looking forward to for a long time, the commissioning, and feeding the Queen. Apparently the Queen is having a salmon ton for a starter, a double rib of British lamb with a bean cassolette for main course, and a burnt blood orange tart with poached meringue for dessert." HMS Queen Elizabeth was formally commissioned into the fleet, but ship will not carry out its first mission until 2021, after sea trials. The Navy has not had an aircraft carrier since HMS Illustrious was scrapped in 2014. First Sea Lord Admiral Sir Philip Jones said that now it had one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.